Hello friends, Namaste and welcome. I'm so excited to see you again for our next video of the journal yoga practice that we do together. Hopefully you've been keeping up with your morning practice. If you haven't, that's okay. We can always start again. Every new day is a new beginning. I know it's been pretty rough for me keeping up with it lately, but we do what we can. Just try your best. That's all we can ask of ourselves. I actually woke up this morning with some severe neck pain, so I'm a little stiff. So you might see some of that going on. Unfortunately, that means I'm going to have to wait to work on the next sequence for you until that can heal, but hopefully that'll be pretty soon. Let's go ahead and get started. So this video, we're going to go over last month's prompts for the journal, and then we will get started on the next chakra that we're going to go over, as well as the mudra that we're going to practice with, along with some mindfulness for the month. Last month, we went over Anahata, or the Heart Center Chakra, and that focuses a lot on self-compassion, metta, or loving kindness, openness, and the prompts that we went over are: what are the 3 things that you truly love about yourself? For me, I chose my creativity, my compassion, and my silliness. I think it's important that we laugh at ourselves, and I laugh at myself a lot. I do a lot of silly things. Next, what self-care and self-kindness practices can you practice for yourself daily? There's a lot. You can get into a lot with these. It can be something really simple. For myself, I chose rebuilding a routine for physical activity that doesn't punish my body but still challenges me. So I want to get back into a routine where I feel like I'm getting physical activity because I miss it. I like working out. I like feeling strong and fit. And it's been a struggle over the past year and a half or so to feel that. So that's what I want to do, but I want to be a little less punishing towards my body and a little more open to rest. And then the last prompt, which I'm not going to answer here, which we always have that option, so you don't have to share what you journal, but you can always share it, and I will share it on here if you want that to happen. But the last prompt was: if you often feel closed off or distant, explore why. Is there a way you can approach these situations or relationships with openness and compassion? So that's also a really great prompt to think about, but let's go ahead and move on. So we're going to start on our next chakra.
Today we're going to talk about the throat chakra. This is our 5th chakra. In Sanskrit, it's called Vishuddha, which means purification. Now, the 5th chakra is located in the throat. Related body parts are going to be the throat and the neck, the endocrine system, as well as the thyroid. So this is a really great one to focus on if you have hypo or hyperthyroid, which I have hypothyroid, so this is a great one for me to be focusing on as well. The associated element is going to be ether or space. The qualities of the 5th chakra consist of communication, which makes sense if you think about being related to the throat. This is where the voice comes from. Expansion, discernment, and purification. I really like thinking about purification in relation to the 5th chakra because it's very easy for us to speak words that are not our truth. But if we're being authentic and speaking our truth, then in a sense we're purifying what's coming out of us. We're allowing pureness into the world from us. Some other information about the 5th chakra: the associated color is sky blue. The symbol is going to be a 16-petal sky blue lotus flower, which I've provided a photo from that I found off of Google. It's the same general photo that is in the book that we're using. And the sound associated with the fifth chakra is hum. Practicing with Vishuddha, or the fifth chakra, is going to include singing or chanting. So sound is very important to this one. Even as you speak or hum or sing, you can place your hand on the throat and you'll be able to feel the vibrations. Well, those vibrations are a sign that we are alive, that we are part of this world and part of the universe. The universe consists of sound and vibration and energy. Humming and releasing noise is also helpful during asana practice. Something that I did during my emerge practice with cold chants was a lot of bouncing and swaying in different poses, especially ragdoll, and also humming and releasing noises through the exhale, almost like a sigh, but just a noisy sigh. And that is very relieving of stress and tension, and it helps to activate the vagal nerve and tone the vagal nerve. The mudras that target this fifth chakra will release the throat, the neck, the endocrine and thyroid systems, like we talked about, where the body parts are related to. And speaking compassionately and truthfully, being your true self. This is going to be a great practice. It's also very difficult, especially when there's social and cultural norms that are difficult to follow. Sky blue color meditation, surrounding yourself with sky blue color, like sky gazing or painting, other things like that will help. And finding a connection to the element of ether or space. So a very easy way for me to think of this is when I look around the space that I live in or that I work in, like how can I adjust this in a way that fits my authentic self, that I connect to better. Clutter and junk everywhere is disconnecting for me, so that's just a way that I think about that. But there's definitely much more, and there's a lot more spiritual connections to ether that you can get to as well. It's a sense of release, of returning to. And then there's also compassionate and open affirmations. An example that I have on here is you could use, I value my voice and opinions. And that's one that you could use when you're doing the mindfulness practice for this month. And I did want to include, I find a lot of affirmations and variations of affirmations from Zana Keithley. I actually subscribe to her newsletter and get a lot of information from her as well. And I specifically put a link to her throat chakra affirmations if you're looking for others. The mudra that we're going to be focusing on today, we actually touched on this a couple practices ago, is the Kali Mudra. It's a mudra for purification. It focuses on expansiveness, release, and spiritual purification. The benefits are directly related to the breath, awareness around the neck and throat area, and energizing thyroid and metabolism, which is going to be part of your endocrine system. It also helps you to release tension from the shoulders, the neck, and the throat center. So how you're going to do the Kali Mudra, I have some kind of poor quality photos here, but some examples of what it looks like, is you're going to bring your hands together, clasp them, and interlace your fingers, except the index or the forefingers. Those you're going to leave pointing up, pressing together. I think of it like a steeple. And then you're going to cross the thumbs over one another. If you're ready for your mindfulness, go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Take the mudra, and then you can place it in several locations. It can be down on your lap, in front of your heart center, maybe at the brow or the third eye area, or directly overhead. In any of these, ensure that you're noticing tension being held in the head, neck, or shoulders. Take a moment to inhale And then on your exhale, allow those areas to soften, the tensions to melt away, and find comfort and ease as you hold the mudra and begin your meditation. And maybe not today, maybe another day, but you might like to also include humming or chanting with your meditation today. So once you have the mudra and your comfortable seat, you can start with a low hum in your throat. Allow the mouth and the lips to remain closed and just feel this vibration in the throat center. You can vary the pitch of the hum. It can be quiet, it can be a little louder. If you'd like, you can even chant the sound Om. Whatever you choose to do, allow your eyes to remain closed or have a soft downward gaze. And start to imagine that you can see the space all around your neck, your throat, your shoulders. All of it fills with a beautiful sky blue light. It's emanating from the throat center, from the sound, the humming, the chanting, maybe even just the breathing. The vibrations from any of that, from all of that, allow the color to unite within you, removing any tensions, any restrictions, any energy that may be stuck within you. And they release into the sound and light. And you can feel that cleared space open, expansive and free. Now is a great time to pause if you would like to take a longer meditation. Otherwise, we will continue over to the journal prompts now. This will be journal prompt number 5. So here are the journal prompts. Something to think about after you've done your mindfulness, your meditation, your mudra, all of that. You can do it immediately, or you can practice throughout the month and decide to think about these and maybe write on them towards the end of everything. What is something that you haven't been truthful about with yourself? Why are you so afraid of it? What music really allows you to let go? Where you sing and dance and really get into it. Make a list of this and keep it for later. Pull out that list when you need it. Think about a time when you weren't honest with yourself or felt unable to be your authentic self. Describe the situation, the people, your reaction, the environment, your feelings, anything else you can think of. And if you could do it differently, how would you? Thank you so much for joining me again today. Thank you for joining us for practice 5. If this is your first time, it's still a great time to start. If you've been practicing with me, I'm so happy to have you here again. Again, this mindfulness and meditation, it doesn't have to be very long. It can literally be 2 minutes out of your morning. Just something to get started, to get your routine started. And then the journal prompts are just a way to connect with yourself for more self-reflection and working through whatever it is you feel like you need to work through right now. But I will see you next time. I'm so excited to see you on the mat for our next sequence when we get there. Hopefully my neck heals by then. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I wish you lots of peace and love. Om Shanti, my friends. Bye.